Thanks for staying with us. We have a highly respected wealth coach and chartered accountant with over 2 decades of transformative impact in the finance industry. She has revolutionized the financial well-being of countless individuals and businesses across 40 countries. Her methodological approach to manage multiply money principles has elevated many from financial stress to prosperity and from mediocrity to exceptional achievement. Welcome with us, Sola Adesakin.
Good morning.
We've missed you. We've been spending our small money anyhow, so I'm glad that you're here to, bring our head back. Wealth coach, very interesting concept these days. So how has it been helping people? And we are still in the era of International Women's Month, helping women to manage their resources better. How has it been so far?
Right, thank you. Glad to be here. You all are looking so amazing. International Women's Day, my theme for this month and my personal goal is to just sensitize more women. And one of the things I have consistently said throughout this month is women, look at how beautiful and how gorgeous we all look. We put in so much effort into looking good, into showing up powerfully. We say that we are very dimensional, multidimensional, versatile. And I've been telling women, let's take ownership when it comes to money as well. So the same effort and energy we put in, I am this, I can do this, I can do that. Let's spend a lot more effort and knowledge into understanding how money works. Because once we do, it's like you trying to do your makeup, right? And you're like, I need to get my brows right. We go on YouTube, we spend so much time, understanding how to fix the frontal and everything. Let's put in that same effort into demystifying money. Because just like your powder, money is a tool. Just like your lipstick, money is a tool. The only thing is that money is able to do so much more for you. So that is what I've been doing this month, to say, ladies, let's step up. And gratefully, it is about accelerating action. So let's accelerate action when it comes to money. Let's understand better how to make it, how to manage it, how to multiply it. It's just understanding it the way you understand your lipstick and your powder,
All right, so that's good to know, but for the sake of the viewers, so let's say if I were to come up to you and say, I have X amount of money, I want to do something, I want you to scale me up. I want to accelerate action. I want you to change my life. Help me change my life. What would your response be?
Okay, so I can't change anybody's life. You have to change your life by yourself. But when it comes to money, there are 3 things to know, and I already said them. Understand how to make it, manage it, and multiply it. And the skills to do those 3 things are different. There are people who make money. Arguably, a lot of people make money from their salary, from their business, and all of that. But what then happens is you are not able to transition into managing it. So you've got money, plan, first of all. What are your necessities? That's what we call a budget. I don't like talking about budget because people are like, they have come again, budget. But it's just planning and telling your money where to go. On my way here this morning, I looked at Google Map. It will take me this amount of minutes to get here. That's a plan. So your money, you earn a certain amount on a monthly basis. How much of this will go or should go into my essentials? What are your essentials? You have to feed, you have to, data and all of those things, electricity. What do I have left? So we tell people that rather than just spending, also include saving money and investing money as part of your necessities. Because money is never enough, my sisters. There's no amount of money you want to make. Even the richest man in the world is still trying to make money. So plan it. Now, necessities, non-necessities, savings and investment. Those are the 3 things. So when you say you have money, what should I do with it? I assume that you have taken care of your necessities and you have taken care of the non-essentials, which I call nice to have, because we need to take care of ourselves. I realize that many people work, then you realize you're 40, 50, 60, what have you done? So I'm not a world coach that will say don't spend money. By all means, spend it, but just make sure you're planning. So the one that you have aside, you put aside in savings and investment, what should you do? Right, that comes under managing and multiplying money. I tell people saving money is putting money aside, investing is putting money to work. There are basic things that you can start to put your small money, like VC said when we started. Start with mutual funds. Yeah, there are lots of asset management companies that provide different categories of mutual funds. Just keep putting it aside. Do your due diligence. And I've said it, follow me to say, Auntie, what did you say about mutual funds? You can also do stocks, depending on your risk appetite, depending on your age, and then depending on the amount of money that you have. Because I can say, number 3, do real estate. How much do you have? You have 50K. Do you want to do real estate? You know, so start small by small, like we say, little by little, and build up. But what is the most important thing in all of this is cultivating that habit. So it's not enough to say, today I have it. What do I do? Scale me up, help my destiny. It's about building that habit such that this month you put it aside. Next month you put it aside, and it becomes part and parcel of your life. And once you are able to master that behavioral part of money, it gets easier from there. And then you make more money, and then you're able to channel it, you know, into the right things.
Okay, so I like the fact that you talked about the 3 stages, right? So I will be interested in the last stage, that's the savings and investment.
Right.
So there was there was this investment I heard about, and they told us that we should invest X amount of money, and we are going to get so amount of money. Can you tell me the kind of questions to ask? You know, the questions that I'm going to ask before I invest my money, so that I can know that I'm taking, at least, let me measure my risk. How do I measure my risk so that I don't put in money and at the end of the day?
I love it. I love that question. These days, information is like 3 for 10 kobo when it comes to investments. If you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram. Nonetheless, as much as we have a lot of solid investment vehicles and companies, there are the scam investments, whatever as well. So let me tell you the kind of investments that exist, or vehicles or asset classes, and then where you can, you know, go for them. For example, we have what we call cash and cash equivalents, something close to cash, something that you can quickly convert to cash. Example, fixed deposit. Where do you get fixed deposit? Bank. Mutual funds. Where do you get mutual funds? I'm not mentioning names, but asset management companies that are licensed by SEC, by CBN. So one of the things to ask is, are you licensed? I want to do mutual fund. Can I see your license? It's online. When you Google the name of the company, those are the things to look out for. SEC, CBN, license, keywords, right? So that's one asset class. Then we have what we call fixed income securities. Sometimes we hear treasury bill is what? You know, treasury certificate. Those are what you call fixed income, because they tell you ahead of time that this is what you are going to make by doing this. Who are the companies that issue treasury bills? The same asset management companies. Any of them. Stockbrokers in some cases. Your bank in some cases. Of course, if you go into your bank, there's no need to ask them if they are licensed. You already know. The next one will be stocks and equities. What are stocks? I want to buy a share of this company. I want to buy a share of that company. How do you buy them? Stockbrokers as well. So ask your question. I want to buy stocks, and then some apps as well. But again, ask, what is your, are you regulated? Back to your question. Don't just say, they said XX. Show me your figures. Show me your records. Go online. Recently, I think it was EFCC that listed about 58 companies that were Ponzi schemes. Yes, just last week. Some of your popular companies are there. The government also has to sort of put out this information. But then when it comes to investment, don't do it alone. Make sure you ask 4 or 5 people. But most times, the greediness in us makes us feel like, you give me 300% in 2 months. Before I tell anybody, let me chop there.
Money hooks.
And then, you know, then real estate is another one. These days, you don't have to have millions. You can do what we call real estate investment trust, where small by small, 50K. You are not buying land, but you are investing in a company that does real estate, and then you earn your money. And of course,
you have to make sure they are licensed.
They are licensed, my sister. That's the word. Regulatory, license, certificates, and then commodities like gold. As women, I mean, today is not the day for that. I think gold is one of the lowest hanging fruit for us as women, because you see it, you wear it, and then some people buy gold bars as well. So this gold, when I bought it, it was $1,000. Today it is $3,000. It should be a low-hanging fruit for women, especially that love fashion. Anyway, back to your question. Ask. First time, second time, third source, 20 sources. I like to say trust, but verify.
Yeah.
That's the key word.
Another question.
Yes, so I mean, you are on the board of multiple SMEs, and I would like you to give us like key ingredients for small businesses' success in today's economy. Today's economy, especially because I'm talking of inflation, economic uncertainties. What are those things that that they are applying to succeed in this climate?
Thank you. As a small business owner myself, I know that it goes beyond what you have control over. You sleep, fuel was 100 and something, you wake up, fuel is 800. So as small business owners, you must realize that a lot of things outside of your control, and that applies to your personal finance. When they are making decisions, you are not there. Nobody is asking, right? So number one, your vision must be a strong driving force, because there are days you wake up, you'll be like, gosh, this is not working, right? So you have a compelling vision. You are in that business because you feel like you have a solution to provide to the needs of people. Be very realistic. Some of us, we just run on steam. You're like, you're not looking at your records. You're not looking at your figures. Are we actually making profits or losses? Small business owners, when they see money in their account, when they make a sale, they're like, yeah, I made money. You have not made money. Revenue is just first line. Because out of your revenue, there are direct costs, and then there are indirect costs. Because you're doing the business in your
current costs,
incurrent costs, last year costs, future costs. But because you're doing the business in your house, you're not paying rent. You think, I have a man. The day you had to move out of your house is when you realize that it is not profitable. So small business owners, in no particular order, be familiar with your finances. I wrote a book a few years ago, Real Profit, and I said, listen, you are in business for money, not for impact alone. Because
that one will come later.
If you want to do impact, go and do non-profit. If it is for business, then it is for profit. So familiarize yourself with your finances. Don't say, I don't understand money or math or figures. Why are you doing business? Individuals say, I don't understand money. When I was in school, I was not sharp. Then you are not ready to be in business.
Women say that.
Women say that because there will be people who want to defraud you.
Yes.
There will be suppliers who want to defraud you. So get familiar with your finances. If you can't do it, outsource it. By all means, I think one of the most important courses that business owners should do will be financial management. What is profit? What is gross profit? What is revenue? How do I ascertain? How much of this should I put aside? So practical things. Third thing, leverage partnerships.
Good.
Because sometimes the cost is not costing. And the take home is not taking you home. Sometimes I think as small business owners, we need to team up. We call something carpooling, business pool, rent pool. What else can you do? Machine pool. These days, you don't have to have your own full factory. Women, you're like, it is my own. I bought 60 machines. What's the essence of buying 60 machines that you cannot maintain? We are working on a hub that will provide machines for sewing, air dryers. So just come and work there. So reduce your expenses. Car pool, machine pool, office pool. Look out for people who are in your industry. I get it. You don't want to expose all of your information, but there are ways you can do things that nobody is knowing what you're doing. Know the amount of information you want to give. So I tell people, they come to meet you, you're a fashion designer. Do you make uniforms? They say, no, I don't make uniforms. Why? Richard Mancy says if they ask if you can do it, tell them yes.
See what we talked about.
The right context.
Go and look for somebody in your industry who does.
Yes.
And then say 20%, 30%.
It's the right context.
So leverage is very important. There's three things. There's so many other things, but let me stop at that.
So we have to go, but one time, as in today, just flew from the beginning.
To have someone like her here and just a short time.
So I'm sure you've mentored business women. And at what point do you think they begin to grow beyond their just surviving? Because I know personally that many people get, especially in this part of the world, we get into business first to survive, and then in the middle you're now like, okay, I should now change why am I here? You have gone beyond survival. So at what point do you think, especially with everything that's happening in the Nigerian economy, can businesses now start beginning to build products that really speak to their hearts? At what point do you think?
So I like it because I have a curriculum at our Smart Stewards Academy. It is called Revive, Survive, Thrive, Contrive. No, people are not just surviving. Some people need revival. Their businesses and finances need so you revive first, then you survive.
Yeah.
So at what time do you move from survival to thriving?
Okay.
And then to contriving? You know your figures. Everybody knows. To yourself be true. Like one of the mentors, Ibuka Oshika would say, you know the things you can afford. You know when you can scale. You know when you can add a new product. You know when you can stop a particular product. You know when you can take...
It doesn't mean you have failed. It doesn't mean.
You know when you should take profit. You know when you need to say, for the next 6 months, I'm not going to take salaries because I want this business to scale. So I think everybody review, talk to an expert, share your figures, let somebody who is an expert look at it for you, and then from there you decide. I tell people, if there's any pressure that will come your way, let it be a pressure that will turn you into gold. You cannot afford something, don't do it because your friends are somewhere doing a conference today. If you cannot afford it, sit down. What is the overall goal for your business? I am hoping that women of our generation will build businesses that we can pass on to the first generation, another generation, and another generation. And it's not just about products. It can be service. It can be impact. It can be goodwill. It can be a personal brand.
Exactly.
It can be products.
It can be products too. Whatever it is, just make sure that you have the picture of the future in mind, and then you constantly speak to yourself. Never allow yourself to be pressured. I could go on and on, but
we know now.
Thank
you. Thank you. You have just helped to, sort of sort me somehow. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We've been speaking with Sola Adesakin, a wealth coach. Thank you so much. I wish you came earlier.
And much more than that.
Much more than that.
Next time.
I wish you came earlier so that we'll ask all those deep questions. Because the other day, me and Ramatu sat down, we were brainstorming. What's going on? This business is not for the weak. How are we going to move forward and everything? But thank you. Thank you, ladies, for your contributions today. It was a wonderful show. And that's all we can take on today's conversation. We'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your day.